Hi folks, this is Chris Voss from the chrisvossshow.com, thechrisvossshow.com. Thanks for coming by. We're now on iTunes with the Chris Voss Show iPhone app you can download for free. And we also on iTunes have the Chris Voss Show Podcast. Be sure to check them out. Thanks for coming by. I'm putting a call out to different iPhone app makers or app makers out there. Hopefully these programs are maybe already in development or coming out, but I really would love to see more of them, what I'm going to discuss here with you. You know, in my personal life, I've owned a lot of different corporations. I've had thousands of employees. At one time, I think my phone was up to about 400 people in it, and I had to discern between five different Christies that started with a K, and it was pretty out of control. In fact, it did make it easier with phones that had photos, where I could put up photos as to who people were and what they do. But on social media, it kind of creates a whole new level because there's much more thousands of people, of course, that I can come in contact with. And to me, social media is like a giant convention where you're getting to know people, meet people, shake hands, say hello. It's a very fluid sort of process where you're having people come and go in ebbs and tide flows, it seems. There's some people that I've known on Twitter and other social media sites for up to over a year now. There's some people that kind of come and go in my social media experience, and I think everyone finds this the same way, where I have people that, groups of people that come, I'll talk to them, I'll get to know them, and then after a short while, they'll wander off to the next distraction or information source, or whatever the case may be on social media. And there's different levels or categories of people. You can almost categorize them in a A-list, B-list, C-list, D-list, or 1, 2, 3 list sort of people. Not necessarily measuring the quality of those people as they are, like Hollywood would do, but basically saying maybe an A-list would be the people that I come in contact with fairly often. A B-list would be the people that I talk to maybe not quite as often, and then degrading on down the line. There's a program that kind of gave me this idea, and I really appreciated the concept of it. It's called conversationalist.com. You can see it on the screen here, and I profiled it in one of my review of Twitter apps profiles. Now, the great thing about this program was it actually monitored my conversations on Twitter of the top 25 people that I had conversations with. And it changed the list and rebuilt it daily, where basically it would monitor who I quit talking to as much and it would remove them from the list. You can see some of the details here on conversationalist.com. Now, this is a really cool program and I really enjoyed it. The only problem was it would remove people from the list that I stopped talking to. And with Twitter being the way it was, people were going, oh, you've removed me from a list, you obviously don't like me. So being a public formatted list wasn't that great for me, and I had to stop using it because people were getting offended. But for me, it would be great if I could have an iPhone app of this sort of nature where it would build lists of people that I talk to on social media. And not only would it create one list, but it would create multiple lists that would categorize different levels of conversation or exposure, interaction that I was having with people on social media. I would love to have a program like that, one where I don't have to go in and say, who is my friend and this person is my friend and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to have to program the thing because my life is just about as fluid as social media is, to a point that I'm talking to one person one day, a new person, or some old person the next day, and it's just this constant ebbing and tide flow, if you will, a very fluid situation. And there are certain people that I would like to have conversations with again that I had in the past, and I know I had multiple conversations with those people at one time, but trying to find them, remember who they are, can sometimes cause me to have to dig a little bit. So it'd be great if an app maker or somebody could do this. I really would love to see a program like this. There are a lot of programs that do allow you to create top friends or contacts with people in your iPhone or different things like that. But this one I came across today that reminded me of this. This is called Top Friends for the iPhone. And you can see who's nearby you. It creates a GPS map. There's also, you can see the status updates of folks. You can contact your friends. You can set your Facebook status up. You can post to it. You can browse your news feed to see what other people are doing. One thing I really liked about this was the ambience of its format and the design of it. I really liked the way it was laid out and taken care of. It is a little easier to work. You can go into Facebook and you can adjust your top friends and say who they are, and it does show you a list. So it does make it a little bit easier to choose your top friends. But man, if somebody could make an application or iPhone application that could monitor my experience on social media, my discussions, who I interact with the most, and then create different levels for them, that would be a really killer app. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. And thanks for coming by the Chris Voss Show. Bye-bye.